this chick was basically just coming at me and trying to like position herself as some kind of pseudo authority over everything I was doing.
The men that go across the country to like places where like the other person may not even speak their language, it's really, you guys are not gonna like me saying this, but it's not really a relationship because these women ask nothing of you.
When you're gonna talk about me and try to like label me as controlling or label me like starting to say like guys who go to Japan only marry women because they don't speak English, like are you fucking retarded? And yes, spoiler alert, yes you are. Okay, you think Japanese women, for example, because we're talking about Japanese women, I have a lot of experience with them. So you're saying a guy just goes overseas and he's like, hey bitch, I plan to bring nothing to the relationship. Come with me. She's like, oh, okay. What? Are you retarded? And the answer is yes, Mickey. You're retarded. You are a dumbass. I hope you're watching this so you can understand the truth. Nobody has told you you're a bitter, dumb woman. You are a dumb person. You need to really get educated. Look inside your heart. Forgive your father for all the damn shit he did to you and stop spreading your poison in the rest of this world. She's 34. Okay, she's 34 and she's still not realizing the problem is her. Like the problem is culture. The problem is society. It's really nuanced. Actually, no, it's not. You're bitter. You hate men. You probably had a bad relationship with your father and you haven't healed. And so you're just a bitter, miserable person. So you're only going to attract bitter, miserable, fucked up people.
Degrees the opposite.
It's so painful that you're like, I need to get out of this and I don't know how. And that's when things really shift.
You just get out. You just leave.
I think she's trying to hint the fact that she's cheated in the past and she's justifying it from what I'm getting at. Because right before she mentioned how
I've also had my fair share of dating a lot of people, of spending time with.
I've also had my fair share of
I've had my fair share of being pumped and dumped.
Translation, she's been ran through. Who doesn't want a woman fucking happen to ask about a bunch of shit that she wants from a
What is a streetwalker?
6 feet tall, he has to make 600K.
For the streets.
Wild.
They don't ask you to grow. They don't ask you, they don't challenge you. They don't ask you to step up. Yeah. And if that's what you want and you want to be comfortable.
Wait, they don't ask you to step up to what? Like, can you complete your sentences? Can you complete your thoughts? They don't ask you to, they don't challenge you. Like, again, what a fucking bitter, insufferable cunt. Like, I don't, her first name is Miki, M-I-K-I, which is a Japanese name. So she might be a Japanese-Chinese mix, because she said she has of Chinese heritage too. But again, how can you even say that about a whole population of women? Like with a straight face. Like, again, she's so miserable, yet not wanting to take any accountability. So here we are.
Would rather cope and be not alone than to actually be alone. Because when you are actually alone, obviously it fucking sucks. Humans are not meant to be like alone. You know,
so she's talking about right now her existence fucking sucks. You'll understand.
I didn't get to say this, by the way, because she just fucking talks about the stupidest crap, and I was trying to get into like the main points that I wanted to get to. What I really wanted to ask her was, I did ask her, but she just brushed over the topic. Girl goes for like a really docile and submissive dude.
Okay.
Feminine women.
Okay.
And it just doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
Well, it's up to them. Like if it doesn't work out for them, then it doesn't work out. I don't know.
That's why dating's failing. You know, they're going for these.
She just didn't want to have a stance on anything.
Like, understanding.
She's avoiding the. She's literally avoiding exactly what he's fucking trying to say.
Exactly.
So
Thank you,
she's
Logan.
Avoiding accountability, or she's an idiot. Which either way, she's an idiot. So.
No, here's the thing. She was trying to avoid giving an opinion. She didn't want to get canceled.
You're speaking to your audience. Maybe that's what you're doing. That you're speaking to your audience, and like they know.
No, I was just speaking.
From you that I'm like I don't know what you're asking me for.
I'm just trying to have a gauging conversation, but you're just trying to avoid it. That's the problem.
Whatever, this is your boy. You listen to him. You know, whatever you want to listen to him for. But I don't have one.
Whatever, dude.
He got fatigued.
It's just fatigue or stupidity. Like,
I did.
Hey, they might want the big tall lady. Okay, I'm sure they're out there. I know you. I've met you.
I mean. And then you have women like this, like not just Mickey, right? But there's this whole like feminist movement where it's like telling guys you should be more docile, you should listen to women more, and you should just like not really speak your mind, because the best lady is a boss babe. That's what these girls are saying. Why you gotta hate on boss babe so much? That's what they're saying. Like, you can't handle a smart, intelligent lady. Anyways, final thoughts on this? I'm gonna just wrap it up here.
He's done. I'm wrapping it up here, bitch.
Yeah, I was done. You can see my look. Like, I'm not trying to give excuses, but you can see my body language. I was very uncomfortable, and to this day, I was even telling my girl, I was like, I wish I went off on her. I wish I did, but I had to keep it civil.
This chick, this is what you're seeing right now, is the result of somebody who doesn't want to take accountability.
Yep.
And so she's arrogant. And again, this is an example about American women. They've been given everything since the moment they're born. They're just told, you're amazing, you could do anything. You're amazing, you could do anything. Nowhere else in the world where you approach a group of girls in the club and they'll be like, fuck you, you fucking fag. Get the fuck away from us. Your dick is small, so get the fuck out of here. Only in America.
Like the culture in America has been extremely brainwashed by feminism in the Western society.
Like, to me, it's just more like they're trying to spread awareness on this.
I mean, I have a very different opinion about that. Like the
shocker.
Different opinion.
Yeah. Can you enlighten us or tell us more what it's like to be?
She just had to disagree with every single fucking thing.
Here's the biggest flaw, the thing that screws up with a lot of American women. They only rely on their beauty, which is a declining asset.
Yeah.
And the way you keep a man is being a woman of good character.
Yep.
And you can't be a good person with good character without taking accountability. Insufferable from CA, the local sweetheart here. Code G Money also says insufferable. Delusional and entitled. Sinks and simps deserve each other. What's a sink? I mean, I don't know. I think it means like trying to talk about her. This chick needs to go get stoned in Saudi Arabia. Matthew Contorelli. That's a cool picture, bro. He says she's brainwashed. Christmas cake. And then let's see. Does she have an OF? Nobody would sign up for that shit. And then we're going to be bringing in the host from that podcast, the Controvert podcast. I went out there with a dream.
Why do I get the feeling that Panda is going to share messages from Mickey going psycho?
Fingers. Oh, I can't get success because I'm not fucking fully white. We're telling you the truth about this woman. And we have some receipts that the host is about to be on with us. This Asian guy here, Panda, is what he calls himself. Panda is about to come on and give us some hardcore receipts about this chick. So sit tight and get ready to eat all your fucking words, you dumb haters in the chat. Just go ahead. We're going to put you on the full screen and tell us what you know, how you met her, and just give us the sauce. We're going to give you the full feature right now. Go ahead. And thanks for being here.
Damn, putting me on the screen like this, man. All right. So, yo, I met this girl. I put up an ad because I'm looking for a co-host, a female co-host. I put an ad out on Facebook, and this girl hit me up. And so she was like, hey, there's a lot of things I could talk about for dating. And she said, I actually specialize in therapy and healing. I've been to therapy a lot. I've actually dated a lot of guys. And when I saw that, I was like, damn, one of these girls again. I was like, damn, can I get a normal girl on this podcast? But I was like, whatever, we'll see. Because it seemed like she was like spitting facts. Okay. So then I was like, let's set up a time for like a FaceTime call. So then when we get a FaceTime call, this girl's just like very proper. She's got all these like philosophical things she's saying. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right, yeah, come on the pod. But there's still a really big red flag. I was like, she has that whole trauma thing. And MLD, I don't know if you saw the video that I sent you and if you could screen share that, but we'll probably play that after if that's okay. This is probably a really pivotal one, but basically these girls with like trauma, like they always have like something wrong with their brain where there's like something internal that's messy that it reflects onto the outside externally. And so when I had this girl come over to my house, I was like, all right, this is a risk because I have a family. I have a new baby that just came on the way. And so I was like, all right, whatever, come through. So during the FaceTime call, though, she was saying all this crap about like her father abused her a lot. She has like trauma from that. And so she has a lot of healing that she needed to do through therapy.
What kind of abuse? Physical, emotional?
She didn't mention. It could have been all of the above.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there still delay, by the way?
We kind of caught up, but go ahead and continue because you're doing really good.
Okay, it's good. It's good. I think it's good now.
Okay.
So basically, this is the killer part. She was like, yeah, I moved out from Detroit. She was kind of giving this implication that she was kind of ghetto. And I was like, all right. She acts like a white girl, though. You know what I mean? Like those girls who just like try to have like that backstory. There's this one politician. I forget that. What's that one girl's name? That one girl that goes like with she has like acronyms.
Oh, AOC?
Yeah, AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah. It's kind of like that. She gave me that vibe. So like these types of girls, and plus, here's the thing. When I was looking at her Facebook, she had the whole pride shit. Like when girls do that shit on like their profile picture, it was like the whole rainbow crap. And I was like, dude, do I really want this liberal PC LGBT crap? And it's her with short hair. Okay, I'm just going on a tangent. My bad. So
you're fine. Go ahead.
I was like, I have a kid. I have to worry about my family's safety. I don't want this girl going crazy and just destroying my house. You know what I mean? So this girl, she's got like this whole liberal crap, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll take a risk. And so during the FaceTime call, I'm just like, during the FaceTime call, she just like talking about her dad, and then making it sound like, yeah, I healed a lot. I learned a lot from it, and I could talk. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that, but there's a lot of girls that come on the podcast and they regret things that they say. And they start going like, oh, can you take down the video? And I'm like, bro, I'd spent a lot of time working on this video. I'm not going to take this shit down. This is why we have waivers and like guest releases, because of crazy girls like this. So, I was trying to keep it civil. I heard what you said yesterday. I was trying to keep it civil. I didn't want any trouble. Still, some small trouble still happened. Okay. It wasn't that big, but we'll get to that in a bit. So back to the thing with her father. Her father died. Okay. She didn't even go to the fucking funeral. And I was like, yo, this type of girl is just like, yo, this is fucked up, man. Like your own father died. That's your own blood. No matter how much trauma you got, like you should at least pay some respect, like especially in the Asian heritage. That's fucked up. So then she was like, yeah, I moved out over here to LA and I don't even talk to my mom anymore. So not only does she have problems with her dad, but she doesn't talk to her mom as well.
Wow. Wow. And again, like, so bad relationship with mom, bad relationship with dad, multiple failed relationships, clearly bitter, clearly like insufferable is what the chat voted her, the number one word we got. So like, it's crazy. Do you know, did she talk about how many relationships she's been in? Has she ever been engaged? Was she divorced? Anything like that? Or
she didn't say how many relationships she's been in, but the way she talked about it, it seemed like over 30.
For the majority of the time, yes, I did date white people, some black people, and then like in college, I was exposed to like more Asian people. And so like, I think that I naturally leaned more towards Asian men.
And even over like 20 for girls, or even 10 is a lot for girls. But yeah, she actually just got out of a relationship like just last month. So here's another thing. When this is a really important thing, right? So I was still like, you know what, maybe I could still kind of mend this, try to be chill with her, because it was kind of tense, right? So I was like, let me try finesse it so she could come back, get more content. As I was walking her out of my house, I was like, hey, do you want to come see my daughter? I brought her to go see my daughter. I was like positive vibes and shit. She said hi. She held my baby a little bit. I shouldn't have let a crazy girl hold my baby, but yeah, sacrifices. But I was still there. I was still like, watching and shit. But then afterwards, I thought everything was chill. I'm trying to get a good basis with her. Then as I'm walking her out the door, I'm like, hey, so by the way, what happened with your last ex? The one I just like you guys just posted not too long ago. That was like just 2 weeks ago. She's like, oh, we just weren't compatible. And I was like thinking, this bitch, she knows she did something wrong, man. Yeah. So I don't want to probe too much at it. I was just like kind and courteous. I was like, oh, you just don't want to say it, huh? Like, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, yeah, I don't know you. And she looked at me with those devil eyes. And I was like, that's fucked up. I invited you into my house. I let you walk all over me. I purposely let you walk all over me, regrettably. And you still treat me like this. And this is what happens. This is what happens a lot on dates. I've been on hella dates where this has happened. And I just go like, I'm just like smiling. I'm just like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, true. Okay. In my mind, I'm just thinking, this girl, I'm just going to use her for sex. Or not only that, I'm just going to cancel. Like, I'm just going to use her for sex. Or Jess, I'm going to not even talk to her anymore. Like, you have to think about the risk versus the reward, right? You have to analyze, how much money do I have to spend on this chick? Am I going to take her out to like Lori's Steakhouse? Am I going to have to take her out to like some expensive hot pot in order to get her in my bed? And so I have to analyze this. This girl's a feminist bitch. So let me see. Is it worth the reward? I've even taken a girl out to McDonald's and I got laid with this feminist chick. So yeah, dude, like I always try to just mitigate the amount of damage I do to myself with like these feminist girls. I don't invest that much into them because I know it's a liability. You kind of have to think about like stocks, MLD. I know you do crypto. So you could probably like relate it with that. Like when you see a falling trend, you don't invest. Well, actually you could, because yeah, whatever. But
yeah,
when you see something,
the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. So to go against the trend is kind of a stupid thing to do.
Yes. So I mean, you could see it trending down, but that's when you start preparing. That's when you're going to put a lot more into it once it hits that plateau. But with this, like with girls, I see them like just not even trending down. They're just crap. It's like a not even bull run. It's like a
meme coin rug pull. It's just like straight arrow down, like just one big red bar down to zero. And that's the thing. She is a very like I have my, I don't know if you know this, but I have my bachelor's in science in psychology, and I've been studying psychology my whole life, right? I literally went to university for it, despite knowing it was a useless degree, but I knew I could use a lot with it in the world. And I am also a person who came from like a very traumatic upbringing, but I did the healing and work because you could see it in my personality. Like, I'm a very happy person. People want to be around me. Women want to be with me. Like, I'm not a very miserable, negative, pessimistic person, even though I have like all the quote reasons to be like that.
It's different with guys though, right? I'm sure you know.
Well, no, the amount of healing you have to do is the same. Like, you know, if you're coming from a perspective of coming from an abusive household, like I was physically and emotionally abused for like consecutive years of my childhood, ages like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I was able to start physically fighting back because I started getting some man strength. But, you know, when you have that high levels of trauma and high levels of fucked upness, like, you have to understand that the only person who's going to do the work to heal it is yourself. And if you're still an unhappy, bitter person, your healing is not complete. You don't heal to be like a miserable cunt. Yeah. Like, you're not healed. You're still very wounded, very damaged. And she's in.
I like how you said the word cunt, but then there's that British dude that used the word cunt. You're like, bro, you know what?
Because it's so true. Because you can just see it's evident in her communication when you actually see women through the eyes of like sobriety, and like you're not thirsty and like, oh, I want to fuck this girl, whatever, you know, you can see by how she communicates, how she talks, her mannerisms, that she's a very damaged individual. And the number one way that I believe a woman can damage herself and further to damage herself is continuing to sleep around. Like, that only fucks you up even more. You know, especially if you're traumatized. So
hey, look at that one message. I'm healed, but she's a cunt.
Listen, bro, she is a cunt. like a cunt's a cunt, mate. A cunt is a cunt. It is what it is. So anything else you want to say before we wrap it up here, Pano, about her?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much I want to say. The thing I want to touch up on what you just said is that I do think that yes, men and women do need healing, but when it comes to women that need healing, it takes them a lot more, because like women that have these like trauma, it's like damaged goods, and it's really hard to get out of that. But for a man, when he's able to like just conquer over it, like it's looked at as like scars that are attractive, whereas a woman, her trauma is looked at as like emotional baggage, shit that's like a liability. So
and
I mean,
it's
like
double standard, bro. It's 100% double standard, but that's just the reality. And because men and women are different. Yeah, men need to go through trauma. Men need to go through parts of it. You need to fail in life. You need to get rejected as a man. You need to have your heart broken as a man. You need to have a business that fails. You need to lose millions of dollars in order to become a better person as a man. All the guys who are soft and weak and simpy, because they haven't gone through enough trauma and overcame it. And now there's a lot of women who are going through more trauma than men, who are now becoming more masculine, more manly, and more dominant, more sexual because of these things. And it's because they're trying to heal, right? So trauma only messes women up even further. When it comes to trauma for guys, it's different. And sadly, it is double standard. And this is why men and women are valued differently based upon different things. Men were valued based upon what value we can provide, our status, our success, and our power. Women are valued based upon their ethics, their morals, right? And who they are. So this is the difference between men and women. And everyone's been programmed and brainwashed to believe that we're just the same. We're all the same. And you realize that shit, if we act the same, it doesn't work out. There's no polarity. Either we're just end up as friends, or she ends up divorcing and leaving the guy. So everyone has come to this conclusion, but too many people are afraid to speak this truth, because you say these things, you get canceled, you get deleted. You know, you've even interviewed girls who come on and talk shit about me on your show all the time. And so you see it, bro. It's like all these damaged girls are going out of their way and doing all the wrong things.
Yep. So listen, buddy.
The thing with girls though, like they like to kind of do this whole placebo crap. And I sent you that video. I don't know if you want to play it, MLD.
What part exactly did you want me to play?
I mean, it's like 2 short videos. It's like me talking about what happened with my bathroom after she left.
Just tell me about it, because I can't download that and pull it up from Instagram right now. But go ahead, just give us a breakdown.
All right, for sure.
Did you shit and let not flush the toilet?
I'll continue what I was saying about the whole therapy cult shit. So I believe therapy is a cult, because a lot of these girls that go to therapy, maybe even guys, they like to always just diagnose people and just give a placebo to this guy like, no, you should go to therapy. You have issues. So during the FaceTime call as well, I was talking about some stuff that I experienced in the past. And it's not like I haven't moved on from it. It's because like I could talk about these things because I've already moved on. But her perspective was, she was like, oh yeah, have you tried therapy? And I was like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Like trying to make me go therapy. What the like she was trying to make me sound like a fragile man. And that's the thing about like a lot of women nowadays. You go on a date, she could say the most snide thing. She could just be like, oh, are you sure you're like making over 6 figures? Doesn't kind of look like it. I went on a date one time, right? It's the stupidest thing. I parked the car, okay? When I parked the car, I just push park because, you know, I have an EV and I have my daily mod car or my weekend mod car. So I push park. Then she goes like, oh, do you want to push the handbrake? And I'm like, oh, you don't need to. It's already on park. And she flips the parking brake on. And she's like, and she looks at me like a condescending look. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Like, dude, like girls will always do these small little things to show that they're better than you. She doesn't have to say you're stupid, but she will act like you're stupid without even saying anything. I'm sure you guys both experienced that. I'm sure a lot of people.
You got to correct it immediately. Like, yo, don't touch my car. Don't do that. I said no.
Well, the thing is, I didn't bother to even correct it because she's a MILF. She has 2 daughters, and I was just like, hey, I'm just trying to smash. Like, I was just trying to white knight. I was like, whatever. Yeah, do whatever you want. So,
but that's what keeps the cycle of misery going, bro. Because then you're just another guy that lays down.
The thing is, she's a MILF, so that's kind of like a lot. Okay, she's divorced. She has kids. It's kind of lost already at that point. There's no worth saving for that.
Bro, I gotta tell you, you have a limiting belief, bro. Your limiting belief is that you can't check these girls and they'll still sleep with you.
Yeah, bro.
Trust me, bro.
They do it because they want to be checked. They want to be checked.
They want to feel your strength. The reason why she's testing.
Well, can you guys agree though? There are some times when like you just agree with them.
Hold on, let me say something. Last night, okay, this girl was like telling me, she's running her mouth asking me, she's like, "What's your sign? What's your sign? What's your sign?" I was like, "This is my sign right here." And she was like, oh, ha, 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 ha. And then they all respond to it when they're like trying to drag you into their stupidity. Women, this girl's a woman from Paraguay. Okay. They all have the same software. Okay. They might have different hardware. She's from Paraguay. She's from Uruguay. She's from Brazil, whatever. But the software is universally the same. They're all fucking women. That's why women who are fucked up and hoes in Japan, they also have fucking bad dads. And women who are fucked up and hoes in America, they also have bad dads. It's all universal. It's all the same thing. So going back to the bathroom thing, what happened with the bathroom? You said she did something to your bathroom? Or when she was in the bathroom?
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so what happened with the bathroom? Okay, so my bathroom, imagine there's like a toilet right here. I have a towel rack right here, like a little bit above like the toilet. Nice. So I don't know what the hell happened, but when I go into the bathroom to check after the podcast, I see that the towel, like one side just like drooped down. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? I was like, what the heck? Like, bro, I already got a million things to do. I got my full-time work. I got my podcast stuff. I got my baby to take care of. I got way too many things to handle. Like, yeah, it's going to be a 15-minute fix for me. Sure.
Oh, not the towel was, the actual rack was?
No, like the towel, you know how it's held like this, and then there's a bar in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? So one of the sides, she just knocked it, and it just like drooped down. I don't know what the fuck happened. She probably used it as a lever like a dumbass. Like, oh,
she didn't say anything
because I can't get the fuck up because I'm a fat ass. Feminist bitch.
She didn't say anything?
She didn't say anything.
Oh, wow.
That's the thing with these girls, like these feminist, even Asian girls, like they would just do something wrong and then they would just be like, yeah, I'm the shit. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong? So that's what I'm telling you guys. Like this whole thing about these girls who have emotional trauma and they go to like therapy all the time and they always preach it. They're these therapy cult cunts. Who always preach it. And I'm going to do a video on this about therapy cult. They're all cunts. Like for real. Like whatever is going on internally with them is a reflection of how everything is messed up outside. I've dated a couple girls who have like BPD, who have like depression, and their room, bro, I can't even walk in. I have to tiptoe. There's like boxes that I'm like, what is it? And the thing is, women should be more organized than men. How the hell am I more organized than your ass?
No,
that shit
was
a turn off, dude.
Listen, buddy, you provided so much value with that podcast, and you provided so much value for coming on here. So thank you so much, guys. This is Panda. He is from Controvert Podcast. Go over there, subscribe to him. He's a good guy. He's trying to do the world's work by helping us out with, understanding how crazy these chicks are. We need as many soldiers in the field as possible. So I commend you for doing the great work. And until then, we'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks.
Peace out.
You guys probably saw the whole thing about the therapy cult shit. You guys were like, what the fuck just happened? Did something big happen? Nothing big happened. This is what actually happened, though. I had a podcast guest that came into my house yesterday. So the podcast is right here, podcast room right here. And then you come into the bathroom, okay? So when Esther was in the bathroom, you're using the toilet, okay? Then there's a towel rack here. I don't know what the fuck happened, but you use a fucking toilet and you get up, and how the hell does this part come loose after? Right after the podcast, I checked and I was like, what the hell happened? How? I mean, you must have had to be so distraught with what the hell was going on. You got up after you took a dump or whatever and bumped into this, or you grabbed onto it like it's a lever. It's a fucking towel rack that's like drilled into drywall. Do you know what the fuck that means? It's not wood. There's not enough thread to hold it. What the hell?